And hello and welcome. My name is Martin, and today what we're going to be doing is, for lack of a better word, decorating the outside of our house or the structure itself, and making it a little bit more unique, possibly adding some things to the second floor. But right now, if I go into the starter content and I go into either materials, or if I go into props, or if I go into, where else could I go? Maybe architecture for a couple of different unique shapes. There's really, not a whole lot of stuff for me to pick through. There's a couple of lamps. I can go into assets. There's an arrow. Well, I guess we could have got that earlier. And that looks like it has a cone. I like our arrow better. So really there's not a lot of stuff. So basically what we need to do is we need to import assets, and the nice thing about Epic Games is they do provide quite a few things that you can use from them. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and double click on my Epic Games launcher, and from here I'm going to go to the marketplace. Inside the marketplace, again, I've told you that there is the free. So if you click on free, and I definitely promote you to do that, let's click there and let's see if there's anything interesting that I have not gotten yet, just to show you how this process actually works. Anything that I actually want. Let's see. Okay, so this thing. So Fantasy Fort, whatever this is. This looks fine. So I'm going to add it to the cart. And you'll see now that my cart has something in it. So I'm going to click in the cart when I'm ready. So you're going to keep going. And I believe that the limit that I found was about 50. After 50, they force you to check out. So once I've got that in the cart, you can see that I'm not getting charged anything. I'm going to go ahead and click check out. And at this point, what it's going to do is it's going to say that I own it, and you can see that it has changed this and say now that I own it. And if I go into the library and we look for Mega Scans Fantasy Fort Volume, whatever this is, let's go into the library and let's type in Mega Scan. Let's hit enter. Well, I'm sure we can find it. Mega Scans. Where's there it is right there. Something that looks like some grass. Oh, there it is. The Fantasy Fort something. So there it is. So now if I like that, I can say add to project, right? And actually I'm going to look for something that I actually do want to use. Let's get rid of that. And oh, I was scanning in the wrong place. So I can make it look like a haunted graveyard because I have that. I can make my place look like an abandoned factory. I can make it look like a village pack. I can make it look like a subway on the inside. Some of these are going to be available for you. Some of them may not. Some of them have been may have been part of the monthly offering that are no longer is offered anymore. Okay, so the first one that I think I am going to use is this one called the Free Furniture Pack, because I do like that one. So you can see that I already have this yellowed, and I think I've explained this in an earlier video that if this is yellowed, that means that it's already on my local computer, meaning that it's on my hard drive right now. So all I have to do is say add to project. The project that I'm working on right now is called MH Class Project, so I'm going to click on that one and say add project. And you'll see that it's adding it to the project. Now, because it's already on my computer, that was extraordinarily fast for 660 megabytes almost. If it's not on your computer, you will need to be somewhere where you can download it from the internet to your computer. So if you don't have internet at home and you're trying to download these packs, you will have to go to a Starbucks. With that one there, let's see what else I can, let's see what else I want maybe to use. I'll probably end up using that one in a later pack. Yeah, it's hard when you start having a lot of packs. Obviously, there's ways to filter this. I just want you to see maybe different variations of packs, things that you might not have seen otherwise. Let's see what else I might want to use. Roman Empire. Urban alleyway. There's a menu builder. A sci-fi, another sci-fi. There's an ocean floor one. I think that one's available right now. You can go and check. There's another one, but I already have it downloaded. Open world demo, so there's probably like a bunch of trees. The sci-fi pack. Let's do Soul City. So this one is not active right now, or it's not actually on my desktop. So what I'm going to do is hit add to project. So Soul City, and there's the project that I wanted to add to, the same one that we did last time. Now if I add to project, you'll see that it says queued, and you'll see now that it is going to take some time to download this pack. And this gives you an idea also of how big that pack is. So that pack is 1.5 gigs in size, with my 2 versions of the software that I've already got and some of the packs that I've already downloaded. I'm already looking at probably about 20 gigs of space easily that I've used on my computer. Let's go ahead and, for the fun of it, let's add the water pack, because the water pack is already on my computer, so it's not going to take up more space. So I'll just say add to project. That's the project that I wanted to show up in. So that one is now queued. It is waiting for the other pack to finish, even though it is already on the computer. And let's do one more. There's actually a Zen garden that I really like, but there's a problem with it, and I'll show you what the problem is. Okay, so when you go up to Epic Zen Garden, one of the things that you'll notice is that it says, instead of add to project, it says create project, right? So if you encounter one of these, you're actually going to have to click the create project. It's going to ask you what version of the software. Make sure that you pick the same version that you're working in, or that you're going to transfer the assets into. So if you're working in 4.23, open the Zen Garden in 4.23. So once you have it opened, you're going to save it, and as soon as these things finish downloading or being added to my pack, I'll show you exactly what you need to do to be able to do that. So because this is an online tutorial, I'll just hit fast forward, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Okay, so at this point, the different ones have finished loading, and I can actually leave this open. I'm just going to minimize it and leave it in the background. I'm going to go ahead and open up Unreal, and in there you'll see Soul City, which was the one that I downloaded. You'll see the water materials, which is one that I already had, that I said that was on my computer locally, and that all it had to do was redirect the files and make them available to this version or to this project. And there's the furniture pack. So very quickly, let's just take a look and see what we actually have in there, to see what some of the packs look like and how different some of the packs might be. So blueprints we'll be talking about later, but if we click in there, we'll see different things, like maybe the cupboards. Looks like there's drawers, like, I don't know, that all looks like bathroom stuff. Cupboards, drawers, things that might be in a bathroom. Maps, these are going to be levels, so don't click on that for right now. If you go into materials, you'll actually see different things, different colors, maybe some different surfaces. There might be something in there that might be interesting for putting on the outside. There is a toilet outside. That's interesting, so they do have a toilet. So if we go into meshes, meshes are actually going to be the shapes themselves. The shapes that when we click and drag on them, that we're going to get. So there's a TV, there's a nice couch, there's a couple of bunk beds. It looks like there's a nice drawer, a nice table, a picture, a sofa. So this is actually pretty cool. Let me go in and let me start decorating the inside of my space. And so let's grab a couch, and I'm just going to grab the couch and drag it out onto the surface. And let's, this will be fun. Let's do some decorating. So let's leave a couch there. Let's put another one there, and maybe another one. So we'll hold Alt while I drag, so I get 3. Let's hold Shift to grab all 3 of them together, and then I'll move them a little bit towards the back so that they're back there. Okay. So let's add, I don't know, modern sofa. What does that look like? Okay, let's put that there. Okay, very cool. Let's see. What else could we add that would... Now, obviously, when you're doing this, you want to put objects and things against the wall. That makes sense. Remember that you want to have enough space for the character to be able to walk through comfortably, and that things should look like decorations in the background unless they're meant to be functional. So let's leave those things there. That looks pretty cool. He can, whoever the character is, might still be able to come up here and look through the window. Oh, and I did say I was going to drop the height of that window a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that now. So that looks a little bit nicer. Let's see what else we could do. Let's put a picture on the wall. Okay. Kind of a small picture, but it's going to be bigger. But, you know, free, right? How can we complain? Okay. So again, I can hit the slow-mo on my camera. So I can zoom in, click on this, and move it as close to the edge as I possibly can. Alright, let's see what else we can do. Let's make this a little bit bigger, or a little bit faster. Okay. So that's probably enough sofas and things for the inside. Let's see what else they have. So that was in meshes. Oh, they have a couple of lamps. Let's put a lamp and a table. That's all I want. Let's put that in that little corner right here. So let's grab this table, put it right there. Okay, I'm going to hit the N key to make sure that it's actually on the surface. Okay. From there, let's grab this lamp. Let's drop the lamp on there. Okay, so I'm moving around a little bit too fast. Let's slow down my camera. Wow, I feel very, very, very slow. Okay, so this is good because eventually this is going to start leading into what we're going to be doing with the lighting itself. So what I want to do is make sure that none of the lampshade is actually going into any of the walls, right? That it's actually out on the area by itself. And eventually we will put a light in that. Let's see what else we have. Interestingly enough, this this space right here, we could actually get some of that space back if we wanted. So for fun, just like we created the hole in the ceiling, right? We could use another geometry, grab a box, put the box here, make the box just a little bit shorter because it was apparently the same height as the area above it. Or, you know what, let's do this. Let's just grab it, let's do this. Okay, I'm not going to make it go all the way through, but let's make this about that wide. Let's move it over a bit. Let's push it in just a little bit more, and let's make it just a little bit taller. And let's make sure that none of it is in the floor, and that none of this is going to affect the stairs. Alright, so once I've got something like that going, what I can do is go ahead and make this a subtractive negative space, clean up the floor a little bit. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to come over here to the location and do it one number at a time. Okay, let's go 295. Okay, and that seems to be the same number that we used earlier somewhere for the door. So now I have this cool like little space in there, and maybe I could put something like I don't know. Let's see what kind of other stuff we got down here. We already did the modern sofa. Oh, let's do the TV. So let's find something like this. Okay. And make sure that it's actually on the platform. And then we'll scroll down, grab the TV, put the TV on. And it looks like that's the back of the TV, so let's turn this around. Okay, very cool. So now we have a TV. We could probably center it a little bit better. Okay, and remember all this stuff is digital, so if we want a big screen TV, we just make it bigger. Alright, so now we have a pretty big TV, and we didn't have to pay any extra money for it. It's pretty awesome, huh? Free TV. Anyways, so now let's put my character through there, so let's push play. And let's get them to go through this area. And I have a nice TV, I have some couches, I have a little picture on the wall. What is that? Like a house. Interesting. There's a couch. I can look into the yard. Apparently there's a door that will be here eventually. And now there will be a light down here. And let's go up to the second floor, and on the second floor, of course, we have walking volume, and I can jump down and go back in. Okay, so with this in mind, you now see how you can use the meshes or the materials that are available in each one of these kits. Let's check out the Soul City. Let's go, again, blue plants we'll come back to, but let's see what we have underneath. Level content? Architecture? Not so much. Let's go back. Landscape, materials, not that much. Okay. Level, nope, I already went there. Landscape, environment, there's meshes. Let's say props. So there's a seagull. There's a glow stick. Let's look underneath rocks. So there's some interesting rocks right there. So if we were going to do something with like a garden area outside, we could start grabbing some of these rocks and adding them to the outside area. So you can have like a rock garden or something. Maybe that's what they're seeing from the inside of the house. Let's see what this flat rock is. So you get the idea. Basically, what you'll do is look through the kits, find the different materials, and rearrange things until you have a nice interior or something that fits the style or the mode or the whatever it is that you're trying to do for your particular look. Make sure that those kits show up underneath content and that you have access to them in there. From there, what we'll do in the next video is we'll show you how to bring in content from projects that say that won't let you add to a project, that actually make you create a project. I alluded to this with the Zen Garden. So I'll show you how to bring in materials from a project that won't let you just add the materials to a pre-existing project. So I hope you found this video interesting, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.